Good afternoon. We are having a somewhat restful day. It's New Year's Eve, so New Year's celebrations are happening tonight. We're making a few plans. We're thinking that we've got some friends to catch up with to see in the new year. We're not quite sure exactly where we're going to be to see in the new year, but we're just, tentatively throwing some ideas around. But today I have been undecorating, so removing our Christmas decorations. I feel like I'm working on half cylinders today. Just a little bit jaded, a little bit tired. So James and I headed to town this morning. We just spent some time together this morning thinking about what we really wanted to do today, and it was to undecorate. The Christmas decorations was first and foremost on my list. And I've got these beautiful brackets, these brackets here, and I've been wanting him to put up a shelf for me, but he hasn't had the wood, so we went shopping for that, because once the Christmas decorations come down, then he'll be able to put those up, maybe. So as you can see, the tree has gone. I'm not quite sure where it's gone. The tree is sad out on the trailer. Oh dear. The tree really had started to die once we pulled it down today. It was, brown in places. So I think that's maybe 3 weeks that it lasted. I'm not 100% sure that I loved having a real tree inside, and the only reason that I didn't like it was because of spiders. I'm just not a fan. Pine needles I can handle, the mess I can handle, love the smell. I'm not quite sure if we'll do it again, but I did like the look of it, and it was nice to have 2 trees. I liked the big fuller one out here in this big area. But now the cleanup. I've got these baubles here, because those are the ones I didn't particularly like. James has packed down the lights nicely, and we've kind of taped them up so they're not gonna knot again, and also we've put them together with the adapter that works for each of the set of lights. So that's order for next year. I think I need to put these in some plastic bags separate and put them in there. I just know really that this is going to get squished in the garage. I'm going to have to reshuffle that one. The lights were going to stay up, but James reminded me that the lounge is actually the area that we want to renovate first, and really they're going to have to go. And it's actually good that it needs to be renovated, because if you look closely, right there, another one there, another one there, and another one there. It's taken the paint off the walls when I removed those Christmas light hooks. So that's a little bit disappointing, but nonetheless it doesn't matter, because we're going to be renovating in here. And when I say renovate, it's just everything is going to get repainted. What's that red thing? Oh, that's a towel. So when I say renovate, we want to repaint everything. We want to repaint the walls, the ceilings, we want to get a new light shade, and we want to renovate this surround around the fireplace. So that's a project that we were hoping to get started on once he's put up that bookshelf in the kitchen. James has gone to help a friend with some jib. For anyone that's done renovations, holding up jib while you try to nail it in is very difficult on your own. So he's gone to help a friend do that. I was hoping to do a little bit of bullet journaling while James was gone, but I haven't quite finished this. So I'm just going to get to finishing it all, and then I'll be able to sit down in the quiet with a cold drink of soda water and see if I can get some organising done. Because that's the fun bit. Packing up this mess is not the fun bit for me. Not at all. This is all stuff from the Secret Santa. Like this esky was one in a Secret Santa. This chocolate fountain was one in a Secret Santa. I don't think I'll use it. This kite was one in a Secret Santa. Yeah, I'm just not going to use it. So I'm collecting things to go to the secondhand store. And this year when I was dropping off some secondhand stuff, I noticed that they had a big room allocated to Christmas decorations for people to go and buy cheaper things if they wanted. So I know that they'll take those Christmas decorations and sell them next year. We have 0 plastic bags, like none. And I haven't had any for a while, but sometimes you can buy compostable ones, but I didn't even have any of those. So I'm just using paper bags to store the Christmas decoration balls, trying to separate them. need need to get rid of those ones to give away, so they'll have to find something to go in. Huh! I think I'm gonna put the ones that I don't want in this to give away. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much packed up. I've got just these 2 boxes. James has packed away the tree. I've just got this stuff here that is going to the Salvation Army. And it's just trying to find all the little things that you have out that are Christmassy that need to go away. I think I've got everything. I do need James's help to get the last of the hooks down. Some of them are like well out of my reach. And that's about it. And I've just started setting up for me to have a look at my planning. My brain is a little tired, but I think it's something I can do quietly and still feel like I'm relaxing. I might put like a, you know, what's those movies? New Year's Eve or Valentine's Day or something. I might put one of those movies on. There's multiple things I need for planning. I need a full calendar, like that's already set out with school holidays and actual days and dates. I use this one for household stuff and food planning. And then I use my bullet journal for my own personal tracking. Personal goals, things like that. I actually write sermon notes, book notes in here because I refer back to it after years. And yeah, I really like to have a reference of things that are more personal and not just, you know, what we ate for dinner and what my grocery bill was. Basically the extent of my planning is working out first when everyone has to go back to school, back to work, and I've just marked that in my calendar that I'll hang on the side of the fridge. And then I've worked out a few things that I want to make sure are in my bullet journal, and the first one is the title page that I like to do, and that's just like a smidgen, a little bit of drawing. And usually it's something really basic and simple. And then I'm just going to set up a few of the monthly trackers that I do. So I'll show you how I do those in a moment. I'm sitting here watching a lady who has a YouTube channel called Nikki Positano, and she has videos about the Positano Diaries, which is it's a village in Italy on the coast. It makes me want to live by the beach. I don't have anything really intense that I use. But I always make sure I've got a nice pen, I've got a rubber, a ruler, you know, use a sellotape roll to make a circle for my title page. It's all very crude and basic, but I do enjoy doing it. I'm going to set out the next 3 or 4 months in my bullet journal, and also a tracker for the month of January. I've got a few habits that I want to start doing. Basically it's just a way for me to track each day what I'm doing, so at the end of the month I can see whether I hit it or not, you know, how often I hit it during the month, how often I was able to get it done, and how I'm going with it. So I've done my January, February, March, April, and I've put in some key dates there. These are just the main things that I put here. I have a lot that's in my Google Calendar that I refer to on the daily. So this is just for me to use if I happen to sit at my bullet journal and I don't have this phone with me. I can refer to this just to get an idea of things that might be coming up. People's birthdays, holidays we've got planned, things like that. So this is the start of January, and here I want to do a habit tracker. And I've got something, this is an electronic one that someone did. I think the important thing here is to know what it is I want to track before I do anything. Now, I know for a fact that while this holiday is on, especially for January, I'm not going to get up at 5 AM. It's just not going to happen. But what I want to do is to start doing the things in a sequence when I get up in the morning, regardless of the time that I wake up. So if I woke up at 7, I'm just going to start these routines. What I worked out what I need to do was just having that 5 or 10 minutes to wake, and that exercise is important for me first thing. I'm trying to implement morning pages and gratitude, and I also want to have a devotional time. Now, all of these things I was doing intermittently throughout the morning. When I was driving, I was listening to my devotional on audio. I would do the morning pages when I got back. I wasn't doing any exercise in the morning because I wasn't getting up early enough. I was trying to do that kind of later in the day, and then I wouldn't get to it. About the only thing I've been getting to in the last term has been trying to hit that 5 kilometers walking a day, or 5,000 steps, sorry, a day. So now it's a case of, okay, so I've got a month, I'm going to try and implement some of these things. So those are the habits that I'm going to track. And then the other things that I was doing or starting to do before Christmas crazy hit was tidying my kitchen, checking my food for the following day, making sure I had it on tap, or deciding what I was going to eat, which is part of my bright line eating that I do, tidying up a hot spot, getting to bed at a decent time, checking my laundry, making sure we were up to date with wherever we were at with laundry, and just reviewing the calendar for the following day. So these are the habits I'm going to put in here. And so it's all very well to have a habit tracker, but it's more important to know what you're tracking, in my opinion. In the past, I've written a few things there, like tracking, drinking my water throughout the day, but it wasn't necessarily something that really meant a whole lot to me, and so I didn't really care. So it was just having a page there for no good reason. But now it's like, okay, these are the things that I actually want to start creating a habit of, so I'm going to put those there. So that's what I'm going to do now. So thank you everyone for watching all the videos that I have put out over Vlogmas. I have thoroughly enjoyed creating them. I have learnt so much making them. I want to thank my family so much for being okay with me sticking a camera in their face at random times and showing everyone in the world what's going on in our car and in our home. I appreciate you for watching my videos. I ask again that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more from me. I have got so many ideas of things that I want to put out and ways that I want to share my story. And so if you like these, if you've been encouraged, if you've been inspired at all, hit that like button, send me a comment, ask me a question. I really would love to start a dialogue with you. But until next time, I send all my love and blessings to you guys for the new year, and I'm hoping that 2021 brings so much more than 2020 did. We had a number of crappy things happen in 2020, but we also had many good ones. So I'm going to take the good with the bad, and I'm hoping for more good in 2021, and I'm hoping the same for you. So until the next video, until I see you again, bye for now. So we've just been preparing to go out and had our first barbecue for the season actually, which is exciting. But I've decided to do a day per page, and that's simply because I'm going to write my food journal there, and I'm also going to write down my goals for that day and maybe just track what I'm doing each day just over the holidays, and maybe just thoughts. I did look at the 5-second journal, and it talks about, how you're feeling in the morning. I might even start using this for my 5-year journal, just in the evenings writing down 5 lines that I would write in a 5-year journal, just as a practice before when I start in mid-January. So I'm just trying to get things going for January to kick off the year and make it count each day, and I'm just using my bullet journal to do so. Anyway, we're off. I think we're ready. We've taken some drinks. These are lemon lime and bitters, I think James got. Is that what you got, James?
Yeah.
We've got 2 packets of crackers, and I've got cheeses. James picked this nice one up, and we've got some dips to share. Oh, and I think we'll take a popcorn maker. We've got 2 card games that I've never played. This one's called Spot It, and Regan enjoys this one. And this one is called Six Nimmt, which is a German one. It was given to us by a German student, and the kids have enjoyed playing this. And it's also one I've never played. So we'll take that if we get super bored. Popcorn maker.
Well, probably just save your life, yeah?
It's so bad.
No. Oh, yours is long, see?
Just one.
That is the moon, and it looks like a street light.
I'm not going to be able to get. I'm just going to have to hoe.
And so what's the one that's currently going? Is that just the
This is just the best.
This is just the best of the best. So they've picked some of the best Ubers that exist, and they've said,
So
Samuel's got one of the best.
it's not going to be too different. So it's just going to be a less. Just checking your data for regular channel.
I just need I can't turn my data without Wi-Fi, and I'm out of data. Nerdcat.
I can't because I don't have my data. I don't have.
You know how it does that dumb thing where it just loses service? And
Right,
second chance.